Today I will tell you something about sort of canvas that I use and why I think that it is important to choose good canvas. Then I'm talking about my pouring medium, which is good alternative to Floetrol because I can't find Floetrol in my country. Then I will tell you something about working space and how to protect your space. Something also about paints I'm using that are not very cheap but also not very expensive and good. Then I'm going to tell you something about tools that you need when you want to start pouring. I will show you which kind of torch I use, very cheap torch, actually some kind of lighter. Then I will show you what else you need, for instance, hair dryer, some tools for scratching the painting if you're not satisfied, and something like that. Today I'm going to show you how I choose canvases for my work. Maybe this is not important if you're doing this just for yourself, but if you want to sell painting, then maybe it is good idea to invest in little cheaper canvases, but it is not that you must do that. This is my choice. When I started, I was using canvases like this. They are black, white on back side, and these wooden parts are very easy. And now I'm using these little better canvases. They are beautiful and they are brown on the back side, and wooden parts are much better, as you can see. It is heavy, and this one is very easy. But as I can say, this is not that you must do. I'm just telling you what I find out that is better for me. This is about canvases. Also, when I started, I'm choosing canvases that are smaller, but now after 1 year pouring, I'm doing some bigger. This is about 50 to 50 centimeters. I don't know how inches is that. Also, I will show you pouring medium that I use. Maybe that will be very useful to you. This is called acrylic emulsion. It is very cheap. Why I use this? I couldn't find Floetrol in my country, so I'm trying to use glue first, but then I find that this is very good for working. I will show you how consistency is that. I will stir just a little bit, and then you'll see. Like milk. Like milk. I'm putting 1 part of paint and 1.5 part of this acrylic emulsion. I also add just a little bit of distilled water to my paints. When you began to do your paintings, to paint, you must have a lot of things. Your hands will be dirty every time. You must have these towels. You must also have box of boxer gloves. You must have something to stir your paintings. Of course, good paints. I also decided to invest in a little bit better paints because they look better after drying with the stronger pigment. You have to have a lot of these glasses or these glasses from paper, so you could, if for instance if you're doing technique called kiss pour, you could squeeze glass like this and it is then easy to work. Also, I will show you, sometimes I use these things for stirring or just little sticks like this, but you can do also with some plastic spoons like this. So it's up to you, what are you going to use. You must need place where you will work, and of course that place will be very dirty, so you must protect sides from your furniture if you have furniture around. For instance, if you're doing Dutch pour, the paint will flow away all around, so it is very important to protect your working space. Then when you're working, you can't put canvas just on table because you want these sides also to be nice. When I put something on these tables, I always have some, oh my god, it's so strong. When I'm working under my canvas, I put these are some kind of plastic things, I don't know exactly what is that. I put like this one and this one here, so I have space here. As you can see, I have space here to hold canvas when I want to stretch or to make something on my painting. So this is important to have something under. I saw some people put also glasses under or some other things. You can choose what you want. Before you start, you must know if your canvas is primed with gesso. Some cheap canvases like this usually are not, but maybe you can find also some cheap canvases with gesso. I don't know. Here in my country I couldn't find. But now a little bit better canvases are all primed with gesso. Gesso helps us. I will show you what is gesso. Gesso helped us to help paint to stick better to canvas. This is gesso that I use. This is also very useful, for instance, when I have painting that I'm not satisfied and I want to report. I can report over. For instance, this one maybe will be report, I'm not sure. I like it, but not a lot. I can report just over it. It is wet. It is wet few months. But if I put this gesso all around, then I'm sure I will have blank white canvas again, and I will be sure that my paint will be very well sticked to this canvas. So I said it is not that you must use this, but it is good to know for instance, maybe sometimes you will want to use this. Colors that I use are different. Of course, the best colors are Amsterdam, but these colors are very, very expensive. So I find out that very good alternative to those, also from Royal Talents, it's art creation. These colors I'm using, art creation acrylic. They are very good, with very good pigment. Why I'm showing that? I would love to have a lot of Amsterdam. They are the best. Or Liquitex Basics. But in my country, these paints are extremely expensive. Extremely. So I find out that these colors are very good. They are not very cheap, but very good and not expensive like some other famous colors. So I'm always using bigger package. If you use bigger package, it is better for you. For instance, I use a lot black and white, so always just maybe those two paints you can invest to have bigger. This is 70. You see how much is that. Sometimes I'm using also El Greco, I don't know, also good and quality colors with reasonable price, good price. Recently I found out also these acrylics, artist acrylic value series, Phoenix. Turns out that these paints are also good, especially white, titanium white. Gives a lot of cells to me, this white Phoenix paint. In my country, I could find also these colors. These are a little bit expensive. It's written there for professionals, but they are very, very good. They have very nice texture. They are not liquid, so these colors I'm using for such when I don't need a lot of paint for it, for some details. And recently I tried this Dele Rauni. I don't know if I pronounce that well. This is metallic paint, and I'm pretty satisfied. Also not cheap paint, but I'm not using metallics a lot, so I invest in few these metallic colors. Paints, I'm sorry, my English is not perfect. I know that you will find so many mistakes that when I'm talking, grammar mistakes, but you will understand that I'm from Croatia and I'm just trying to do something for you, for some of you who want to watch this my channel. Also, I will show you something very special that I must find where I put it. Here. This is Boom-Gelstein. This is beautiful product. I find out that I can't buy that in my country, so it is Australian product, but very beautiful. You don't have to mix that with water. You can put exactly from bottle. I bought only two those bottles to see how they work, and they are great. I found out that one person in United Kingdom could deliver that for me, so I ordered this. But when I pay shipping, oh my god. So if you have some source in Australia, then it is very nice to use these paints for you. They are very shimmer, pearl, some of them. You can do beautiful blooms with these colors. So when we painting, also you must have some balloons, you must have some plastic sheets. For instance, I'm using these little plastic sheets for swipe. Some of them are bigger, of course. If you want balloon smash, you must have some balloons. Everything must be prepared. Why? Because when I'm pouring, sometimes I saw that I don't like the painting I made. So in a moment I decided what to do, what to change, what technique to take to make that painting better. Sometimes I use balloons. Sometimes when I'm not satisfied with pouring, I'm use those plastic sheets to swipe or something like that. So it is very good to have prepared everything, especially if you are beginner. When I was beginner, I made a lot of mistakes. Also today I'm making mistakes because I'm learning every day from so many beautiful artists who put videos on YouTube. Also, you must have some things like this. I don't know how to say in English. For this, you will know what I mean. When I put base on my canvas, then I use this to stretch paint all around. Well, sometimes when you finish the painting, you can see something fall here. It is good to have something like this, to move this slowly from canvas, because when your painting is dried, you can't do this. You can do this only when your painting is wet. So it is very important to have something like this, not to do with finger, because you will make mess all around. This is very useful tool for me. Well, you saw that we're using also this in pouring technique, a little torch. You don't have to have professional torch, especially when you started. This one, something like this, little one, will be enough. Sometimes when it's empty, I'm using also this one. This is some kind of lighter for kitchen, so you could use this if you can't afford yourself a torch. Also, important tool is hair dryer. Look at that. Don't expect that your hair dryer will be clean. It's important to have this part. We use that for Dutch pour. When I'm doing Dutch pour, I'm using cool option. I have here button for cool option, and very slowly. But you can try different options. Maybe different options will be better for you. I know that some people doing on hot option. I find out that my cool option is better for me. I think this is everything. You also must have prepared space for drying your painting. This is my place. I put canvas here on the top. I use some plastic things for that and works well for me. And also, this is very dirty technique. This is what I put on myself when I'm working. As you can see, it is very, very dirty, but protect my clothes. So it is important to protect yourself or just wear some old clothes before pouring. This is also something that I'm using. This is very good for scrap the painting when you are not satisfied. When painting is still wet, you can move the paint from the canvas with something like that. This is what I use. Thank you for watching. I hope that you will subscribe, please, and that you will follow me on Instagram. But I have different name on Instagram, Mix Art Vanya. Bye bye.